Part-6, President and Vice President. 61. President. 1. There shall be a President of Nepal. 2. The President shall be the head of state of Nepal. He or she shall perform his or her functions in accordance with this Constitution and federal law. 3. The President shall promote national unity of Nepal. 4. The main duty of the President shall be to abide by and protect the Constitution. 62. Election of President. 1. The President shall be elected by an electoral college consisting of the members of the Federal Parliament and members of the provincial assemblies. The voting weightage of the members of the Federal Parliament and of the provincial assemblies shall vary as provided for in the federal law. 2. Notwithstanding anything contained in Clause 1, nothing shall be deemed to bar the formation of an electoral college for the purpose of election to the President by the sole reason that election to provincial assembly has not been held in any province. 3. Person who secures a majority of the then existing total votes of the electoral college referred to in Clause 1 shall be elected as the President. In case none of the candidates secures a majority pursuant to Clause 3, there shall be the voting between the two candidates who have secured the highest number of votes, and a candidate who secures more than 50% of the total votes in such voting shall be elected as the President. 5. In case none of the candidates secures more than 50% of the total votes, even in the voting under Clause 4, re-voting shall be held. A candidate who secures a majority of the total valid votes cast in such voting shall be elected as the President. 6. In case a person who holds a political office to be fulfilled by way of election, nomination or appointment is elected as the President under this article, such office shall ipso facto fall vacant. 7. Election to the President and all the matters related thereto shall be as provided for in the federal law. 63. Term of office of President. The term of office of the President shall be 5 years from the date on which he or she is elected. 2. The President whose term of office under Clause 1 has expired shall continue to discharge the functions under this Constitution until another elected President assumes his or her office. 64. Qualification for a President. 1. A person who has the following qualifications shall be eligible to become the President. A. One who is eligible to become a member of the Federal Parliament. B. One who has completed the age of at least 45 years. And C. One who is not disqualified by any law. 2. Notwithstanding anything contained in Clause 1, a person who has already been elected twice as the President shall not be eligible to be a candidate in the election to the President. 65. Vacation of office of President. The office of the President shall fall vacant in any of the following circumstances. A. In case he or she tenders resignation in writing to the Vice President. B. In case the motion of impeachment against him or her is adopted under Article 101. C. In case his or her term of the office expires. D. In case he or she dies. 66. Functions, duties, and powers of President. The President shall exercise such powers and perform such duties as conferred on him or her in accordance with this Constitution or the federal law. 2. In exercising the powers or duties under Clause 1, the President shall perform all of the functions to be performed by him or her on recommendation and with the consent of the Council of Ministers, and those functions specifically provided to be performed on recommendation of any institutions or official under this Constitution or federal law. Such recommendation and consent shall be submitted to the Prime Minister. 3. Any decision or order to be issued in the name of the President under Clause 2 and other instrument of authorization pertaining thereto shall be authenticated as provided for in the federal law. 67. Vice President. 1. There shall be a Vice President of Nepal. 2. The functions to be performed by the President shall be performed by the Vice President during the absence of the President. 3. In case a person who holds a political office to be fulfilled by way of election, nomination, or appointment is elected as the Vice President, such office shall ipso facto fall vacant. 68. Vacation of office of Vice President. The office of the Vice President shall fall vacant in any of the following circumstances. A. In case he or she tenders resignation in writing to the President. B, in case a motion of impeachment against him or her is adopted under Article 101. C, in case his or her term of office expires. D, in case he or she dies. 69. Other provisions relating to Vice President. Provisions relating to the qualification, procedures of election, and term of office of the Vice President shall be the same as that of the President. President and Vice President belong to different sects or community. Election to the President and the Vice President under this Constitution shall be made as to have representation of different sects or community. 71. Oath by President and Vice President. Prior to assuming their respective offices, the President shall take an oath of office and secrecy before the Chief Justice and the Vice President before the President as provided for in the federal law. 72. Remuneration and facilities of President and Vice President. The remuneration and all the facilities of the President and the Vice President shall be as provided for in a federal act, and all such act is enacted as specified by the government of Nepal. 73. Office of President and Vice President. 1. There shall be separate offices for the performance of the functions of the President and the Vice President. 2. The government of Nepal shall make arrangements for employees and other provisions as required to perform the functions of the offices referred to in Clause 1.